Hey guys, welcome back to TBM Sports. Let's get into the Friday action. We'll kick off the month of August with the MLB best bets. Got a lot of them today. All right, so it is an interesting kind of day after the trade deadline has concluded. We have a full slate of baseball, and I think a lot of teams are maybe waving that white flag. Some of them are probably kind of checking in it today, a little revitalized, and all systems go as they look to make their push towards the postseason, get that momentum flowing, and really just kind of figure out identities for kind of what these teams are going to do towards the postseason and beyond. So let's get into the action. For those of you that are new to the channel, hit that like button. Please subscribe down below. We're trying to get 9,000. I'd love to get 10,000 subscribers before football season commences. That was my goal here on the channel. It's completely free to do so. So if you do enjoy my commentary, you do enjoy the free picks, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe down below. We will be using Outlier to break this all down. So if you have not checked them out, make sure you do. 7-day free trial is down below in the description as well. Okay. And yeah, so a little quick touch up on what happened yesterday. That was a unbelievable game. We only had 3 games, but the Braves Reds that finished 12-11 in extras. Full disclosure, I had a free bet out there that I did place. So I ended up kind of doing a little cross-sport parlay, which we all know is not fun, or not good to do, but it is fun to do. And we had the NFL preseason kicking off, and put together a little couple legs there with the Seattle team total going over, and I had the Reds on the money line to go alongside the over in the preseason game with the Chargers and Lions, and the Chargers on the money line. Okay. But that was something where it was interesting because of what we saw with the Reds. They were down kind of a reverse sweat, right? They were the team in the clear, up 3-0. The Braves looked like absolute garbage. We were backing Andrew Abbott, and next thing you know, the Braves score 8 runs in I believe the top frame of the 8th, and then so I cashed out that ticket once it got a little bit murky. Okay, so I cashed it out. Next thing you know, I'm checking into seeing kind of the warm-ups within the Mariners and the Mariners last night, and Mariners and Rangers, and then next thing I know, the Reds return serve, scoring 8 in the next half of the inning. Absolute insane game. I had to watch some of the highlights, but eventually it did kind of end 12-11. So, yeah, go check out the highlights of the Braves-Reds game if you guys did miss that, okay? We are going to briefly get into this game, these games. We're going to run the board, try to get this done in less than 10 minutes. So I will do a more expedited version. It's Friday. Go find a golf course. Go get into some trouble as we, lookingly it's going to be pretty much fall before you know it, okay? I can already smell it. It was a little bit cold overnight, and the smell of football after that preseason game is definitely back, okay? First game on the docket, Braves and Reds. We will have an official play, all right? I talked a little bit about it. We did have collectively almost 30 hits, I think, if not more than 30 hits in that game last night. And today we get Elder, which is auto fade, and Brady Singer, which is a little bit more so of a interest for me. I just worry about bullpens a little bit, and for what the Reds are doing in the Great American Launchpad, I just think this one goes over the total as well, okay? And the funny thing about it is, if that did not happen in the 8th inning, this would have been way under, okay? I'd love to back the Cincinnati money line. It's just, sometimes lightning can strike twice. If the Braves stay hot, this game will go sailing over the total. Look for a little potentially even into the 5-5s, extra innings kind of game is kind of where I spot this one. So we're going to play the over in Atlanta and Cincinnati at 9.5. I will have 3 totals as well. They will, full disclosure, have some plus money, so this one was a plus 105 bet. Baltimore and Chicago, we do get Horton against Trevor Rogers. Trevor Rogers great on the year, but I think this is one where I would favor the Cubs in the spot. They return home. It's Ryan Sandberg. They're going to do some kind of thing there to honor their fallen hero for the legendary status that he did receive for the Chicago faithful. This is kind of where he comes home. The first game back for the Cubbies. And as we talk about kind of what they've been into, you got to look into that road split just absolutely being atrocious, okay? And then that's kind of how I do view the Cubs in the spot. I think they're going to play very motivated, inspired, and I usually honestly fade these things. Like, so if there are jersey ceremonies, ring ceremonies, I usually go in the other direction. I stay clear away from all those emotions when it does kind of get infected into that locker room, especially with Craig Counsell. You know, there's some guys familiar with that situation, and but a lot of the guys that have been around the Chicago locker room, they will kind of have a probably a heavy heart to begin this game. So that's kind of what I think that lends in the direction of the Cubs. I'm not going to say that the Orioles are going to lay one down, but I do think the Cubs end up prevailing. I'm just going to stay away from the emotional component. Minus 142 on the Cubs. Cubs not to bat in the ninth. I could see that. But I also do kind of find a way where if you can bet this to end in a walk-off, you know, or some kind of crazy thing like that, even a home run in the first inning, if you can find markets like that where just weird stuff can happen, that's kind of where I would lend for the Orioles and Cubs. All right. Next game, we're going to talk about Detroit and Philadelphia. Let's look into the Phillies hosting the Tigers after the Tigers, thank God, did not make a move on Stephen Kwan. It would have been a real pain watching him, one of the top few pieces there for Cleveland, kind of going up north and playing for a divisional foe. But as we talk about it some more, Ranger Suarez and the Phillies, I know they're a little bit of zigzag, hot, cold, but he's looked impressive in his last start, and Flaherty. Okay, this is something where I do think he's gettable. Philadelphia at home, I would take the Phillies to not bat in the ninth. That would be one of my stronger leans. Okay, Brewers and Nationals. This is a game where I do see going over the total. Quintana and Parker, and also I do like Milwaukee on the money line minus 150. Okay, that's just kind of where I'm at. It's the upper echelon of juice that I'm willing to lay on a straight up money line bet. But Brewers minus 150, I definitely don't mind. Okay, another home favorite, although the Blue Jays. Have not really announced a pitcher yet. It was supposed to be, I believe, Gossman's throwing, so I was looking forward to his return. If we do get Gossman, maybe he got scratched, who knows. Looking for him to bounce back, okay? And if you do want to kind of get a little sharp with this one, the Kansas City Royals offensively have been taking care of business. I think that the Blue Jays absolutely roll. Another minus 154 bet that I do like right there on that upper echelon. But I also kind of want to make a play towards the over, okay? Kansas City has been scoring a little bit more so prevalent than they have been known for. And as they play in the Rogers Center, just kind of where I'd be looking for the Blue Jays to score a little bit more runs. Kind of nice bounce back for them, too, as they went on a 4-game lull just recently as well. Hunter Brown and the Astros taking on the Bo Sox, and we don't have a pitcher yet named yet. However, Astros come in this game minus 135 road favorites, and Hunter Brown, and for the Astros, for all things considered, boy, he kind of lays some eggs sometimes, right? 9-5 on the season, 2.54 ERA. A lot of people had him pegged as the clear-cut Cy Young frontrunner. And also, you could say the same about Max Fried there in the AL. So it's interesting to see that one pan out. But for me, guys, this is one where he's not going past the 6th inning too often. It's usually just 6 complete. We'll see you later. And you know, from a runs perspective, it's been hit or miss. Okay, he's been beat around a little bit, giving up 4 and 6 runs respectively in the month of July. We'll see what happens. This is a team where I think that they can get to Hunter Brown, but I also think that from a strikeout proponent, he has been lower in that number. That's something where, you know, the Hunter Brown 10+ strikeout days, they're kind of gone by the wayside. He's only done that once this year, albeit he has sniffed 10 numerous amount of times. So that's kind of where I stack up. I don't personally want to play the game where Hunter Brown is pitching, because I think that it's a little fishy there. You get a good number, but I just think Boston's bats at home could end up prevailing in the spot. Okay, next game on the card, the Twins and the Guardians. I kind of like Cleveland here. Okay, going against Joe Ryan, they do get Gavin Williams. I think that there's a lot of kind of morale in that locker room that people aren't looking at. It's a young team, okay? They're looking to break through. One player I would kind of target in here from a prop perspective, Manzardo, okay, for the Guardians. His numbers are just, his prop market's just a little too low based on recent trends. Not official play, but I just do like Cleveland and Manzardo if I was going to get involved with that game, okay? Next one, we will have a play in San Francisco and the New York Mets. Robbie Ray and David Peterson going at it. The wind will be blowing dead in. It's above my threshold for kind of getting involved. in New York City Field. So I'm going to take a stab at the under 7.5 at -115. I know a lot of you guys are saying, okay, guys, this is kind of where we see star-studded lineups and the Mets at home, but I digress. I think that we get a nice little lefty on lefty matchup. Let's get a 3-2 ball game and get out of Dodge. And I don't really care, quite frankly, who wins. The Mets are looking for it as they have dropped 3 straight. But I do think the under is the way that we're going to play this game. That will be an official play also. Okay. Dodgers, Rays, no play for me with Kershaw and Baz going. This is kind of a weird spot. If you do want to get involved, I think that you basically have to lay the Dodgers on the money line. I could look into the Dodgers team total as well. Baz 8-7, 4.61 ERA. Outside of that, no play for me officially. All right. The Pirates and the Rockies. Pirates are sellers a little bit, dealing their closer. So I do look for some runs to the pinstripes, but I do look for some runs in the direction of this game, more so from a Colorado team total. Okay, so if you do want to kind of get involved, Andrew Heaney going against Santazela, the total set at 11.5. Boy, they really do rack them up there in Coors Field. I think this game is going to be a very high scoring affair. I'm not going to bet it just because I don't really, quite frankly, trust Pittsburgh. Interesting to note though, they have won 8 of their last 10, so you do get a little cheaper price there, -148 on the road if you do like Pittsburgh. So maybe Pittsburgh team total. I could look into that as well. I just like this game from a respective total going over, but not going to play it. It's just kind of one of those games where you either love them in Coors Field or you actually just want to stay away from them. Okay, White Sox and Angels. We got to trust the numbers on this one. The White Sox have been absolutely unbelievable in terms. They had 1 dud, and of course that was the day that I did back Colson Montgomery to go a little bit deeper than he did. But I like the White Sox here. I like them from a team total standpoint going against Anderson, 4.41 ERA. Also, our official play for this game will be over the total of 9.5. The Angels have been completing this a lot. 2 of their last 3. This is a game where the wind will be blowing out as well. I look for this game to go over the total, and I do not mind the White Sox team total. That's actually probably one of the bets that would get us over the full game total. So if you do want to get involved, do not be shy of the White Sox team total. But my official play will be the 9.5 at +105. Okay, a couple other games to get into. Mariners and Rangers, no play officially for that. The one thing I will tell you though is the Mariners, look out for them if they are going to start hitting the baseball. Okay, I don't mind the over in this game. I know they're playing in Seattle, pitchers friendly ballpark, lower totals expected, but eventually this Mariners lineup is going to find a game where they just rattle off 10 runs or more for a couple games in a row. So I do think the M's, if we are going to back them from a run total, is definitely prevalent. Okay, Diamondbacks and the Athletics, no play for me as well. I do think that this is where we could see a little bit of a higher scoring game. Otherwise, you got to fade the Diamondbacks like the Athletics, -118. They've won 6 of their last 7. And as we look at it, guys, the Arizona Diamondbacks seemingly has just waved that white flag in their 2025 campaign. All right, and then the last game that we are going to talk about, this is kind of where we are going to get into the St. Louis Cardinals and the San Diego Padres. All right, this is where we look for a game with Manny Machado. I think that's going to do exceedingly well. The Padres -158 on the money line. The total set at 7.5, which is interesting for me. Okay, but Machado total basis. This is a bet that I will be making. We get +105 if you do shop around. This is why you want to use Outlier. Check out the respective odds across all of the various sports books. You could see basically that the +105 is the best number in the market, and this is a number that he has hit in essentially 8 straight games. So stay hot, Manny. Let's get him on plus money against a plus pitching matchup against Matthew Liberatore. And I do look for Nick Pivetta to roll. Okay, and my other bet in this game will be the Padres to not bat in the 9th inning on DraftKings -115. Okay, so that's about it, guys. That is my quick recap. Remember to check out Outlier. Links are down below. But also, I do want to make an addendum, okay, because full disclosure, I misspoke a little bit. This is where we're going to look into the Giants and Mets, okay? I gave out, when I did break down this game, the full game under 7.5. The actual bet that we're going to be making, and the reason why I'm doing this is because a lot of people cannot find the first 3 innings offerings. Okay, so the official bet for the channel, okay, we're going to use is the first 3 innings. All right, so it is available in a lot of different places. For food for thought. This is kind of where we're going to look into the under 2.5. Okay, this is where you can find it -140. Now, if you do want to find this, DraftKings, BetMGM, best number available. Caesars and FanDuel have it a little bit higher in the market, but for -140, this is one of my favorite plays. I think with these 2 pitchers going, we get a little bit of a duel early on. So I will be taking the Giants Mets first 3 innings under 2.5. Okay, so that'll be the best way I'm going to play that game. If it's a lean towards the full game, I just like the first 3 innings more. So wanted to clarify that. If you have any questions, feel free to hit me up on Discord. Also, remember, if you are on the Discord, I will never message you and ask you for anything. Okay, there's a lot of impersonators and scammers that are targeting some people over the Discord. So just remember, I will never message you or ask you for anything, as you would obviously kind of guess. I think a little bit of those impersonators are a little too scammy, so it does come off fraudulent. So just keep that in mind, and you guys know what to do over there. So appreciate it. We had a great day yesterday. A little preseason, snuck in a little bet there. I don't like to bet preseason NFL, full disclosure. So a little fun kind of pizza money on that. Keep the bet unit size small, but got up there for basically a full unit as we did sweep the NFL preseason. Apologies though, I did place that in the NBA tab on accident as well. So hopefully you guys got to see that. But nonetheless, we're back. Enjoy it. Let's go cash some tickets tonight. Full recap of the best bets for the MLB today. We're going to do Manny Machado over 1.5 total bases. Padres to not bat in the 9th. They're on DraftKings. Also San Francisco, New York Mets -140. Under the 2.5 runs for the first 3 innings. Over in Atlanta, Cincinnati, and Chicago White Sox, Angels over 9.5 as well, both at +105. So I appreciate you guys. Make sure you hit that like button. Please subscribe down below, and we'll see you guys all in the next video. Cheers.